Alright, last time I did this problem and I solved the FIFO method. This time I'm going to solve the weighted average method. Um, and I'll, as I solve it, I'll try to compare and contrast how the FIFO method and the weighted average method are different. And that should give you a good idea of which method to use depending on which type of problem that we get. So the problem's the same. I'll go ahead and read it again quickly. Allied Chemicals operates an assembly process as the second of three processes as it processes its plastic plant. Conversion costs are added evenly during the process, while direct materials are added at the end. The following data pertain to the assembly department for June 2017. Okay, so let's do the same thing that we did for the previous example, except this time we're using the weighted average method. So it's going to be a little bit simpler. We still have to figure out the physical flow. The beginning inventory is 50,000. Okay. And started this period is the same, 200,000. And that's equal to that. Now, completed and transferred out is given to us 210,000. And the ending inventory, we don't know, but we know this has to equal this. So we can just say this equals this minus this, and that's 40,000. Okay, now we have to put the percentages, which I went ahead and put them, I left them there. And I still separated them, even though we're not going to use them in the same way. And I still put the formula, but we won't use it in the same way as we did before. So now we have to figure out how many equivalent units for each one. Now we still use this formula as we did before, but we basically just cross off this top part. We're not even going to use it. We don't have 3 levels. We only have 2 levels. So this top formula, you would just scratch that and not even worry about that. So we'll just move on directly to this second level, and you just use the number. Okay, that just use the number. Just use the number, and then you compute the bottom number using the bottom percentage in the same way. Following the formula equals the number multiplied times the percentage equals the number multiplied times the percentage equals the number multiplied times the percentage, and that gives us our equivalent units for each one. Okay. And I forgot to show the solution on the last problem, but it is correct. I checked it. And this time I'll go ahead and show the solution. Okay. Right here are our physical units: 50,000, 200,000, 250,000. That's what we got. Completed and transferred out during the period, just given, and 40,000 in the work in process. We had to figure that out. And then here they just followed the same formula that I showed you. They just used the number, and then for this bottom number they used the number times the percentage. The number times this percentage, which is 100%. This number times 0%, 0, and then this number times 80%, or excuse me, 40% equals this. And they got 250, 210, and 226 for their equivalent units. So basically, if you just remember that little formula, and during The only difference is for the weighted average method, you don't use that top formula. For the FIFO method, you use that top formula with these top percentages, drag that number across for the completed and transferred out, and then use the bottom number and the percentage, these bottom percentages. And if you follow that little formula, you should be able to solve any equivalent unit question that we get. And then once you get that equivalent unit, as you know, we'll go on to calculate the costs. And I'll probably do a third video where we go through the entire process. So I hope this helps, guys, and good luck on your test.